Fiifi Manfred. Good morning. Kofi. Na I want to say anopay Gabi mu stories ye baby I hate me pa ya me Manchester United yes say so mu delay Mazraoui Mbeumo ni Ahmad so me joining on more respective air countries everyone mo kobo AFCON no. Good morning.
Good morning, Richardo.
Pacho na want to say
Nyamia Roma.
Nyamia say me sheme kakra.
Okay.
It seems like me Manchester United no. You should have any solution. In fact, to put it in a proper perspective no. It seems as any plan. Bia say you lose Mazraoui, Mbeumo, and then Amada. You bet me they solve the situation no. Because they knew say AFCON ba. Omo countries are qualifying the idea on bako. This is what na wana de any benwe na affair na so ne countries ne koka. Yen delay omo instead of on the 18th, ne mo on the 15th ni ade a. Me yema so me kakra. It seems as a empenifo no ya gia to say look. You need plans and plans na it will affect the team. A brands our players will be few. Yema sheme kakra. Yema sheme pa.
Still at the helm.
Oh de na de omo kikenken dem so mama me yema sheme kakra.
Omo kwa shesko ho. Amado kwa dogu. Any problem. I am Manchester near Kawasan Kofi. Brand near Kawasan. Am I emotional?
To be honest with you. Me almost shock me kakra.
Na se Mazraoui kwa
you guys
Liam Martinez abe. Sure, Maguire. Born rich. But of course they are important. So the club is just saying that if they can delay it for a week. Now Bebana Afri number Ben Nan Ivory Coast abe teacher.
Sa ne man emboa. You see
which obi actually interesting.
Ye be Onana.
Yeah.
Obeka Onana there. Emma at a point Cameroon for no Onana be nya problem.
Which but
it's
about interest until Africa begins to continue to play our flagship tournament to compete with the clubs, which can we?
So are you saying say?
Yeah.
In CAF and AFCON date now?
Oh yes. I've heard arguments about climate and sunny man and senior to say yeah say do June July a huge rainy time. So that makes a lot of sense. But I think we need to find a way around it because Uzi are try. All those AFCONs, I think we played it along those lines. They are try, but it has not really worked. But still, it means that we will have to fight them. January, it's all to play Anika day in day out. Understand the nationalistic conversation, but also to play Anika. So the 1 week chain, 1 week a Caribbean. Oh, what do you get It's for the clubs, honestly. Which means a Sunderland, almost 12 players.
Wow.
12.
How do you deal with such situation?
And when we did and coincidentally and also there are 12 players who will go to the AFCON. Yeah, they are like you live.
And now, and Kofi baby, I may know I are doing here. And on the bedroom, maybe clubs with say Liverpool, and I do maybe on person.
Oh, they'll be very careful in buying African players. Unless for talent needed.
Time I will hear no pan is over AFCON. Unless they be in the country and qualify.
Yeah.
So qualifying quantity is Ujano.
Some way. All the way once 2 years now. We see we need to find a way, and that's why the two parties always have to sit down and talk. Yeah. And I like the fact that Manchester United is not imposing that on Cameroon. And I say Ivory Coast. They are respecting the federation to say that when himself from Remo at this point play and a Momo player.
Because it's all releasing on the 8th.
Exactly.
But yes,
say play and bit my 1 week or the almost last match. There was a time where some of the teams during AFCON qualifiers, World Cup qualifiers, they hire private jet to fly their important players. We can fly him in and out. Okay. There were times where Salah Obama Egypt. Oh boy, now there's a private jet. That is important. Oh Benny then. We will have to do.
But many Patrice Mochepe didn't come on.
Well, friend.
According and you show now the first I call my friend here Amorim.
So on here.
Many never catch and I'm catching say I'll call Mochepe
for him.
Nama catching say he didn't come on say when I in your mumma. I'm part of him.
Oh, Ghana ni Ghana beer cabbage.
Agbebezio. O si eja edakito. Usi eja edakito ani. Eche wadwe so moving go. Over situation I think I'll say
Mrs. Sunderland 12.
Yeah, share a way to function.
Luckily, Chelsea doesn't even have one player that will be going for the AFCON.
Oh, sir. Muni player be
you only have African player Nakoma Bine. Nicolas Jackson pen and African player.
Oh, okay.
You need back to cry. The full set now.
Okay.
Mulusu senior man that the money at the other. Here the Boko.
Now, Kofi, before we go there, we preview near the no.
And then Saturday to the rich me so ever to phone a crack.
So where there me question me na me bisa. I say claim my
because the next Saturday you be able.
Oh, yeah, sir. Kopama situation, your man games are more play.
Yes, sure.
Real.
Or the hunt on my children.
You movie be that some person catch today.
What is story now, Maresca? Maresca say how much be 11-12. Or the one Unya call from Chelsea team doctor. How much 12-11 the team doctor nya from there as a nya the papa. He does say obi in the reco. And now say police achieve me. And now of our corner. Of our corner team doctor say Kopama friends CA and the two the Kopama almost recovered. And like Badini and they were saying the plan was to ease in slowly. Which of our corner team doctor say Kopama friend sa and you may 11-12 no. Say sorry Coco Johnson. Now sorry Coco rich. The nine Coco Nuaro. A bob baby a sunity a honor a pra tia hound. It's a game necessary borrow Barcelona match or subsequently Arsenal. Omunya show. No so tenere no say na the ibisa is hard day. No so Kopama say preview. It's the way Enzo Maresca manage and now press conference now. Who's a journalist want to try some baby say Kopama no and it was the same conversation we were having yesterday. Who's a make say Chelsea are not getting credit because they are playing well without their matchman. You know, besides, I saw team neighbor.
Without him.
I want to go carry the indicator and say, Kopama for us is like Haaland to Man City, Salah to Liverpool. I think he mentioned another player. Say, important. Now, only say Kopama or Park, that's why the teammates want to come because they know that they have somebody who can turn the game around. But for him, he is very proud of the players to the extent say Kopama knew, but they still delivered. When I think I also saw the tweets, the extended. Usually there are above videos out on short for media. Usually our Chelsea website they bring the full transcripts. Because kind of full transcripts, that's when I realized that he said all of these things in addition to it. And I said Maresca is intelligent. Because which one should you make the players able to feel like Kopama knew. So you are telling us that we are not good enough. If you also don't take care, you make Kopama feel like although he is an important player for Chelsea, but Chelsea is here, no one said that he will be okay. Especially when Esteban was come. And Esteban, if you don't take care, you will be because rich, when somebody is a leader or a boss in any institution, there is a need to accord them that, especially because if they want their rounds to get them there, which Kopama be at Chelsea, Esteban on mine. So we can always say Esteban is good, but give Kopama the credit as the number one. And I like how Enzo Maresca is managing it now, which may show say a mind games. I think he won't play,
okay,
but it is good for him. In that extended transcript, which yes, Chelsea provided a specialized booth. And it was reported extensively by Mark Law yesterday on the Telegraph. Specialized boots for Kopama. Who said, Pubagiano, the pubic area, groin area injuries. No? And that also means what notice here. I think when Master Antonio went down, it was the pubic area injury. Lamine Yamal, Kopama. I thought about even what's his name? Athletic Bilbao, Ghanaian, Nico Williams. Same, it was also a pubic area stress on the groin area. It has a recurring. Chelsea realized right after the issue I said you mean Maresca kind is okay, baby. And a Kopama can protect him more. Because into the team doesn't need him, especially against Burnley. To go and find ways to win that Burnley match. You don't need Burnley. Chelsea should be able to beat Burnley without Kopama. So let's protect him. 2 more weeks this weekend Ombo. Next weekend against Arsenal. That is a game that I would have loved for Kopama to play. But again, it looks as if he's not going to play. You protect him with a protective match. You protect him with a protective boot, then you manage him. Okay. Which is very important. Between Pedri and Messi for Barcelona, because I remember Kacho said Hansi Flick said he doesn't move. For sure. If Pedri will be fit for Chelsea, any Kopama Messi for Chelsea, when they behind the power. Preston, the buyer or your production, you go through your preparation before I come now. Preston said, "How much Barca for watching?" Said, "How just for." If Pedri misses the game, he says, Pedri, they depend on Pedri. Yeah. But it looks as if Chelsea are doing well even without Cole. It's a Pedri and one against Chelsea. He forced them to say, "Match say Frankie Young credit red card in the match and all movie." Me one player say, "Frankie Young credit some pre-training." Now compare me with Frankie, you know. Obi ayamutu. Omo fa kasa no ni Mark Bernard. Omo ni epe la basa.
And then come catch a basa for some momo.
Omo forfeit match.
Omo forfeit. And flee.
Barca without Pedri ebe serious rich. And then I expect that Chelsea wins against Burnley.
Okay, at therefore
I expect that they win. A 12:30 game. Time I made ban, I say only Gabi and Demoka say 12:30, and Gabi was saying the good thing is that your record when early kickoff after international break on a good. Now Chelsea's record kicking off at 12:30 on Saturday in Premier League. Rich December 2023, she Luton 3-2. January 2024, she Fulham 1-0. September 2024, West Ham 3-0. November 2024, Leicester 2-1. April 2025, Everton 1-0. August 2025, Fulham 2-0. October 2025, Nottingham Forest 3-0.
Wow. And the other thing, my guy complaining because I mean the Premier League for now, you know. Who problem be home? But you are playing more bots.
This is your mommy. When I got catch on.
I agree, but it be at you. I think Kenya Champions League now maybe. Or perhaps come on, early kickoff.
Yeah, early kickoff. Yeah.
FNU so say, look, Chelsea a crucial game.
Yeah, on Tuesday.
On Tuesday,
which makes a lot of sense.
More rest
and then focus.
You know the reason why China more complaining. And I open 2 o'clock. You need now.
What coach? I guess be a manager. Coach be a
one kasa. You say from Abidjan Blue. And I'm about Red Card FC. At the point where you be now Kupama FC, they complaints FC at day. Team back.
You are more kick off too much. When is that coming here? We kick off a back on the coming here. I expect that Chelsea play against Burnley and gets the win. They've given the update on the English situation. What I like very much, and it's a rich Benoit Bedashile is back. Why do I say this? Chelsea will manage to get a natural left-footed centre back or left side on them. And play whoever they want at the right hand side. I'm suspecting say Ebeya Bante and Wesley Fofana. Burnley Fofana are stubborn. Me expect to say we feel they'll be very aggressive in the 4-4-2 compact low block. Without just before second international break, almost drop a form kakra, which affected them in their last 2 games. I'm expecting some very tough for them because an English manager is Scott Parker, but everybody's back. Moises Caicedo, Maresca Soba drew late, but I still think he will start ahead of Reece James. Also, Malo Gusto, very important for the tactical shifts. I do agree. Pedro Neto will start again. Alejandro Garnacho, Kukurea. I expect, say, at the back, Chelsea will go for a much more natural left-footed centre back because he would want that against him, a friend in Barcelona, a team that presses very well. Joao Pedro and your branch friend in Leon Delap. I think it's a Chelsea win. Which at home, Liverpool have to wait for Nottingham Forest. What's your man in this Sadio Mane in Rio Ferdinand interview?
No.
Hey.
I was saying.
Sadio Mane said the former teammate Virgil van Dijk in the ranking of top centre backs in the Premier League. Rio Ferdinand is better than him. there are a lot of people who are saying that.
Rio Ferdinand.
Yeah, Rio Ferdinand from Manchester United.
Manchester United, yeah.
Exactly.
And why? Virgil van Dijk.
Virgil van Dijk, yeah. In the top two, he didn't mention it.
Wambo Van Dijk.
In terms of the best centre backs, no, the first person he went for was Rio and Vidic. I'm even surprised because he didn't mention John Terry.
Really?
Yeah. When you say they're not rating anything,
I don't know. Say me and make. I mean, enya DB be kase. Quite of fast so free. Liverpool intina.
But and also
all of a sudden has all hate to be.
What's the problem ni ho?
Sir.
Yeah, he spoke extensively about Mohamed Salah. Or say no cre. Edu maybe ana opeso she. Salah super so she. Na ade ba ko na blow mo was a branch friend Bobby Firmino.
Okay.
Also na Bobby Firmino akwa say enchene. He was the salt to balance both of them. Iti Bobby Ono fan who say Edu maybe e ka say Bobby Ono he works for the two attackers. Bobby Beye Jumana pressing. He mentioned that there was a game that they played against Burnley. And then he broke through because that Salah Nyamo on passing. After the game, he scored, Salah did not score. No more call back into the training ground. Salah ban one the chain. So that's Salah slow so banning chain because Salah didn't do over. Now Salah ban okay, oh, me problem. Women who saw crown up a goal scorer, highest top scorer na the other. So pa, meet me and bow with assist. You know, your friend and he says, hey, money, we won't pay to be the top scorer. I say, I like it. But I realized that he wanted it more.
Okay.
So I can support him to be that. It was an exciting conversation that he spoke about Football Club Liverpool. And he didn't mention, Rich, when he went, there were no issues. Mohamed Salah, about bad days. It's just because he wanted to challenge himself. Now, the real argument is whether or not that's true. Or he wants to be diplomatic. We will never know because unless Ukushia Sadio Mane no catch us a person. Rich, it's Nottingham Forest for new manager in Sean Dyche going away to the Anfielder. Hubert has been speaking about a lot of things about club, no? Which Mohamed Salah ebe making his 300 Premier League appearance for Liverpool this weekend. The fifth player to reach such a feat or honor for Mohamed Salah. Absolutely a legend for Liverpool. Of course, Liverpool are expecting that they will have Alexander Isak back, they will have Alisson Becker, a leader at the back also for them. It's a game that's rich. I don't have any doubt in my mind. Say Liverpool against Team Friend in Nottingham Forest. Now, Rich, and now, a very, very important game that he's going to play against Manchester City. Now, who should Italy know we match in?
Yeah, I won.
Radi is Rich. Erling Haaland is something. Now, I could tell that his club teammate goalkeeper, Gianluigi Donnarumma, who says, "Unobi." Now after they on opposite sides. Now
Abraham are prolific.
Yes. And maybe
this time only one team.
No, the other side.
The other side. Now Ubeshiano.
Yes, Brian Cristantemo, any Giovanni what's his name? Mancini. They were trying to rile up a friend is Erling Haaland. Goalkeeper what's his name? Gianluigi Donnarumma. I call the centre back so catches a Masamunyai. Calm them down. Wait and check. That's when Haaland started to score those goals for them. Today, they are reuniting for Man City to play against your friend in Newcastle United. I have not read the transcript. Is this thing true from Pep Guardiola? If it is true, people should be very careful. But see, the real season starts now.
I think so. Is it the team Nafena as a take shape?
Yeah, or see as a
pikiba.
You best start saying your
online juice kakra be and you now person now available.
Yeah. According to Pep, no see your international be kia buy a break here but or see season half in starting. See the real season.
But ne record against Newcastle so saying Pep.
It is not the best.
Okay.
But Rich, even Newcastle themselves this season, they are struggling kakra. Because over on the Premier League match table, when you compare the two from Man City and then them, match day 5, match day 7, Man City that fit with 13 points over Arsenal. Match day 11, City have closed in, but it's still 4 points. That's what I want to keep an attention on. Now Arsenal lead with 3 points at match day 7. This time Arsenal have opened down the points all those City have done well. So in as much as City will think that yes, the season starts now, it is also hugely dependent on Arsenal's performances that they put up. And this is the full thing. I'll say the truth is, a team as strong as Arsenal, I have a feeling they will not drop points, and this is exactly what I'm saying. So if they go further ahead, it will be impossible to catch. I agree. Arsenal are an impeccable team. If they manage to take some distance in the points, it will be difficult to catch them. Just like how Liverpool went with it. At the same time, it is November. The aim is to be there in March, April. We was set it to so yeah, the team very good. Mo quite be a bad, but November. Say Jiguri almost Jubu. It's going to be very, very difficult for them to play. Oshe, like you were saying, teams are normally the most injuries this season. Man City 16 of those injuries, and the highest of that. Tottenham Hotspur same. Chelsea comes up and then now, which almost every time in the last few years that Manchester City have gone away to play our side when they play against Newcastle United, they get success. Just before the international break, the player who was excelling so much was our branch friend Jeremy Doku on the side wing on with Erling Haaland, Ryan Cherki, Tijani Randes, Nico Gonzalez. I promise as Man City fan that I'll say this. I think I was one of the most critical persons on friend Nico Gonzalez when he joined last January. But Rich, I think that today he has improved so much. Or maybe, and maybe because he has improved, maybe because he has settled down in the team. Maybe I know that's good, but he has settled down in the team so much. He's playing very well. The last time out against team on game on boy, it was so important, and now it has given the opportunity for our bench friend Tijani to do the box-to-box job, and of course our bench friend Phil Foden to roam and then create. Of course, at the back we're expecting to have Nico Riali, our left back column, Josko Guardiola, Ruben Dias, and our bench friend Matthias Nunes, of course Gianluigi Donnarumma. And one thing that's very important is that Rich, we share Man City fullbacks now. They have one fullback that can play as a natural fullback, and you have one fullback that can play very physical. They are playing in games like this against team friend Newcastle United, and Matthias Nunes and Nico Riali are perfect for a game against team your friend Newcastle United. Which is a game for me a go. Both teams to score. Okay. And on Sunday, Arsenal are playing against team your friend Tottenham Hotspur in the North London derby. Arsenal's home pure form against team friend Tottenham Hotspur. They have been solid, of course. The last one out now, and I'm gonna drop 8 points on them against my friend Tottenham Hotspur. When they play against them, they've done well. Unbeaten away run for team my friend Newcastle. Well, Tottenham Hotspur. Who say Tottenham Hotspur do well when they play away from home than when they play at home.
This is it.
Yeah, we both. Yeah, it's not good. Yeah, but away from home, doing a very good run. Only winning 2-0 against Man City, 3-0 against West Ham, 2-2 against Brighton, 2-1 against Leeds, 3-0 against Everton. The next one, Mikel Arteta's side, when they're going to play against them. I think it's going to be serious defensive conversation. Match, we set piece goal better. One of them, or both of them will score from a set play. Because both managers are hugely intense when it comes to set plays. Thomas Frank is known for that. Mikel Arteta same. And not so good news with our bench friend Gabriel Magalhaes, who is out for weeks as boss Mikel Arteta confirmed your honor. But there's good news with our bench friend Gabriel Jesus, who is back into training for Arsenal. So this is how we expect to say Arsenal will set up Calafiori, Mosquera, Saliba, Timber, Zubimendi, Rice, Eberechi Eze, Saka, Leandro Trossard, Mikel Merino will lead the lines for them. Whilst we expect Mohamed Kudus to be back for team friend Tottenham Hotspur. Where's your money?
Arsenal.
Straight win.
Yeah, straight win.
Yeah.
I'm a Tottenham.
Straight win.
That away unbeaten record. No. Arsenal best side.
Wow.
I'm saying Arsenal will beat them.
Okay. Arsenal best show model.
Say I think I'm sure you.
It is and it's difficult to beat him.
Was sure and and aside Bibiana, Arsenal death no is serious.
I'm a quality no more death.
Quality is serious. Now say William Saliba Niwa, they have a certain guy called Mosquera.
Who can
excellent.
Come in and play.
Obeshema on face Saliba.
Yeah.
Arsenal team no solid.
Yeah.
Your free bench but solid.
Yeah.
And I'm going to Tottenham. They will be Tottenham.
Which yesterday I was telling you about Barca's return to the Spotify Camp Nou. I think say the bonus game is Barca versus Athletic Club. Whatever happens, Barca will whip them. And over 2.5.
That dream ball.
Oh, forget about it. Athletic Club near come once away from home. Obesha. Will be there at home. Barca also have good injury returns. Rafinha will get a part to play in the game. Lewandowski, if it's possible, will get a part to play in the game. Fermin Lopez, all of these guys now are back into the team. Yes, they are without Pedri there, but this is a Barca team that can go on to go and play. And then it also falls as the birthday of the great Johan Cruyff. And then the birthday, so it makes Barca going back to the Spotify Camp Nou, all written there, said this is a game that they can go and win. Of course, I know, say, and now Hansi Africa confirmed, so Brent here friend Juan Garcia is going to be back in post for Football Club Barcelona. So the starting lineup I expect, Juan Garcia, Alejandro Balde, Ronald Araujo, Paul Kobasi, Eric Garcia, Casado, Olmo, because of course there is no Pedri, there is no Abrantia Freno, Frankie de Jong, then Fermin Lopez as a 10, Ferran Torres, Lewandowski, and Abrantia friend Lamine Yamal leading the lines, which I expect them to beat them. It's also going to be a game where Nico Williams returns for Team Friend Athletic Club on starting. I'm not sure. According to Ernesto Valverde, I don't know how the Camp Nou receive Nico, but we always welcome him with open arms. He trains regularly with us. He's going to come in.
Arranging and all call a year Camp Nou on Boone Papa.
Ernesto Valverde known when you know better. I'm over the Honchen.
You're my Yenin. I can't know the Barcelona Faso.
I want to Honchen.
On dinner.
On the moon of the Baza Faso.
Yeah.
These cows will be doing. I'll be unfunny for baby.
I'm sure it's an Abranting situation.
Media, that's I think. They had to pay. It was a simple issue of paying, and we also know how difficult how long it took for other teams, other players to get registered. I think I reached some match near the bonus game.
Real Madrid. Nah, Yemershed the Milan derby in
Elche team in the last few games at home, they have been very stubborn to play against. And Madrid, if one will be just before the international break, their results were not good. They went away to lose against Liverpool. Then they came at home in that draw against Rayo Vallecano in that mini Madrid derby. The good news, obviously, is the conversation around Vini Jr. because I think that he's an important player for Team Friend Football Club Madrid. So when you have Vini Jr. there still, add Mbappe to it, just manage the egos. You're able to have a formidable team. And that is good for them. According to AS Darius, Madrid are thinking of keeping a branch here friend Vini Jr. And of course, the contract extension is in the offing. Which, like I said, Madrid struggled before the international break. Elche have been good away for LFA when they play against them. Which I think that Madrid, with the returns that they have, Dean Heitzen back in the team, of course, a branch here friend Eder Militao out with injury. And Rich, what happened with a branch here friend Jude Bellingham? No? I think that this is the time for him to channel our energy, of not so good press from the English media to focus and get a job. I think that Madrid are going to win against Team Friend Elche, but not so good news also for David Alaba, who has some muscle fatigue.
Very, very long time. No matter for man, plan doors. Abba. The last time bought 5 matches to Real Madrid. No off. I got 2 months, 3 months. No, it's so bad.
It is really affecting him. It's
handled.
The Milan derby.
Yeah.
What do you think it will come down to?
Oh, is that derby there? I mean, always a dear about here constant.
Yeah.
And yet, ding, will be up at the bragging right.
Yeah.
The idea assured of a cards.
Yeah.
Yellow cards be soon, probably it will be a red card be so on.
But looking at the two teams,
but already 2 teams in India. Come here as I said, Milan, Serie A no season no near me kui. Inter is doing
because of the experience of the coach.
Both.
The coach and the experience of the Milan team.
Both.
And when I'm here, Calcio Land podcast, and my go-to podcast for Italian football. Of course, Spotify, Apple Music, usually can find it there. And I was listening to James Honeysuckle, and one of the things that they were very emphatic on is the stability that this man has given Milan, which are branch friend Massimiliano Allegri. Very, very stable. And of course, La Gazzetta front page that said they speak about Modric. It's the calmness that Modric has brought to the team, and that's how I ask you about experience of the Milan side. Because for me, I've said several times, I've not given a lot of credit to Christian Kivu, and he has proven me wrong a lot of the times. And because of that, that is why you still give him a dog chance in a game like this when he plays against team a friend Inter. And because of that, on the top of the talent Serie A, whether you like it or not, Christian Kiwi from where he came from, the job that Simeone Inzaghi did, I still don't think he has gotten there, but he deserves a lot of credit. On the top with 24 points, Roma seeing Milan 22, Napoli 22. Now Napoli so a difficult game against Atalanta. You have appointed a branch here for Palladino. Now Palladino, if you follow Italian football, he is one of the best brains in the Italian game. Solid, understands the game, tactically astute, and also an excellent manager. From the days at Fiorentina, Bologna, he understands the game so well. It's Napoli about a tough game. That is what makes this Milan derby more important to Inter than it will even be to team their friend AC Milan. It's a game that I think that comes down to just a few things. It comes down to, like I asked you, the tactical acumen of the managers, which when I look at Maximiliano Allegri, whether in a 3-back or in a 4-back, the compactness of that defense is still there. And say on a personnel, still the team is solid and they tend to get the results. I think say the Inter team has still kept that togetherness that they had from Abrante friend Simeone Inzaghi, and they are playing. He said, Kivu has not changed so much.
How do you know?
And that is very smart from him.
Okay.
Say, join another team. Match we say you don't change too much. You focus on it and make sure say the results now. In the possible lineups, you're expecting Johan Wojciech, the German international, Bastoni Akanji as the back three, Federico Di Marco, Zielinski, Calhanoglu, Barella, and Abrante friend Augusto, and of course Thuram and Martinez will lead the lines. While we expect Tomori, Gabia, and Abrante friend Pavlovic, Salamikas, Fofana, Modric, Rabiot, and Abrante friend Betagzi, of course Leao and Pulisic will lead the lines. I think so it's a double chance for team and friend AC Milan. I expect also Napoli not to lose the game against Atalanta. Whilst Fiorentina, which is purely any team, any Abrante friend Luciano Spalletti game, away in Florence. I expect Juventus to go there and at least a double chance. Como game and over 1.5. Yami Mochina. We will talk about it in Germany. So we will study Dortmund win, Bayern win, Mönchengladbach win, Leverkusen win. You can put your kidney on it. Rich, from the quotes, a little explanation on Asembia and the Kai. The SCR in the Premier League has not completely replaced the PSR.
Okay.
The SCR is just about say now whatever you spend. First, when the PSR was based on amortization, revenue, and stuff like a lot of things. Now it's about player cost. It's into player. There's a percentage that you can pay your average player cost the whole team that you can, for instance, spend. I'm sure with time I'll be able to explain it to detail. English Premier League, what England for I honor rich.
Okay.
No 5 codes amount. Michelle, Anna, DBN, you do and Uncle for testimony, SND DM, free man who code no. All of my social media it's there. Facebook is there, TikTok is there. The name is still the same, Fiifi Manfred. Team already so Michelle for pen or paper natural. First one a BW 22 B7 B9 D4. Second one a BW 22 B7 9716. Third one a BW 22 B7 8C 8E. Fourth one a BW 22 B7 7592, and the last one a BW 22 B7 3D63. Oshio Initiative of YouTuber. Just take a screenshot and good luck. Your bumper is ready. Ento greens am I.
Okay. Na enkwansa twen me ye ibikitu abi na mabusa question we dey me penchemu kitu me penchemu bibiri pachawa. And I say this Kopama story is either there's a setback with his current injury, or Maresca is playing mind games with Barcelona and Arsenal. Either way, we are recording win this week. I ran to Ed Edna Edi Abba. Kosi Matisse say mon man in the Barcelona money Bookimg Stamford Bridge. I say mo light in doing. Stadium na sunkabi.
Landing, Chelsea for
Landing
light off about Chelsea.
I asked a specific question.
I'm saying ECG or landing apart from the visa on our own phone numbers. almost like to do
yes see Stamford Bridge into Mooney generator
then it do myself as happiness
it's an man switching on
I don't switching on the ball
on the bia me catch us mo stadium ne twam too old do munya hu bibi munya ska na modi
on ba kugugu wuti asmo ko tika on Barcelona for
enye Barcelona o be guti adodo United do never change my video Barcelona. AJ Ministries also Richardo tell Fiifi that whether we use La Masia players on Tuesday